So I've been on a rant about control the past while, and it's one of the things that frustrates me the most about contemporary kind of organizational leadership is how they struggle to let go of control. And in principle, they can buy the idea that you know control it doesn't produce value. Control prevents value being lost. So you have to be very circumspect about your use of control. But in practice, they get the principle. But when it comes to practice, they still gun controls as as like number one business priority. You know. And there's just another example of just the impact that controls have. So I was doing a diagnostic exercise at a smelting operation where they smelt ore down before it goes to a refining process to extract the precious metals. And this smelting operation had it had a drastic drop in efficiency that was perplexing the leadership structures. Like, where did this drop of inefficiency come from? So they asked us to come do a diagnostic exercise, and we did various things. We did focus groups and leadership diagnostics, and such and such. Um, uh, at the end of what I discovered though in the process of this diagnostic exercise was that this drop in efficiency was came at the same time that they introduced a new management operating system. And this management operating system was like comprehensive, right? And what it did is that it essentially reduced the task of the engineering foreman, which obviously the drop in efficiency was in the engineering department, the people responsible for maintaining the smelting kind of facility. Uh, but this management operating system reduced the role of the foreman, the leader of the artisans who actually maintain the facility, to one of just a kind of a cog in the machine, right? So whereas before, when there was a breakdown, what would happen is that the foreman would get notice of the breakdowns, and then he would put that into a plan of work, and he would resource that, and then he would send his people off to go and do that work. But now the breakdowns are all reported through this management operating system, and the foreman just did a scope of work on the system, assigned an artisan on the system. Then the work then went off his desk. It went into a resourcing function that then resourced the work. And then the artisan went to the resourcing function, got the resourcing, and then got cleared to go and do the work. So it completely divorced the foreman from his role as the leader of the people who do the work. And I mean, for me, it was completely unsurprising that this produced a drop in efficiency, because you've just robbed the heart and soul of the work from people, you know. And I mean, and this is so typical of this control bias in organizations. We want to automate everything, and I think we must remember, you can't. Human beings aren't robots. Human beings are beings with a free will, and it's actually the key thing that you need to foster and cultivate if you're asking human beings to do work for you is their will, their willingness to do it, the degree to which they engaged and they take initiative and they drive with their own will forward into the task. And this can't be automated. So my view is, if you want human beings to do the work, then let human beings do the work and cultivate their will so they do their work with their full heart, and you will get the right results. And if you want to automate it, then get robots to do the work. But for those things where you still need human beings, don't remove the will out of the equation.